my name is Jack Matthews. I'm 24 and I would describe myself as ambitious, hopeless romantic and a good old laugh. I was first introduced to drag, I think with a lot of people, like Drag Race. At first it was quite unusual to me, it was like really cool to see. I was kind of like, this is a cool art form. I never thought to myself like I want to try it. I got to season 10 and I was like, I'd be really good at this. Like it kind of just clicks. Thinking about it, I probably would have started it sooner if I hadn't like had a delay in coming out of the closet. I will tell you now, it's a bit messy in here. Like, I'm kind of ashamed how messy it is. This is like all the drag clothing I have. This is one of the first drag jackets I bought because I want to paint my artwork onto this one. Pure is very much like good, evil, love, war, black, white, happiness, sadness, all that jazz, which is like my brand. I actually felt more scared coming out to my mum as a drag queen than I was coming out as gay because I was like, I don't know how she's going to take this. But my mum was so supportive. I delayed telling my nan because obviously generation-wise, I didn't know how she'd take it. When I was living with my nan at the time, I was like hiding my wigs in my drawer and stuff. But I eventually told my nan, and ironically, now she's given me a bunch of her old dresses. To be scrutinised for being gay, like literally your whole life, when you come out of the closet, like I think the last thing you're gonna worry about is putting women's clothes on. Do you know what I mean? So. These are some of the dresses that my nan gave me, and I haven't worn any of these yet either because I need to take them in because my waist is much slimmer, no offence nan. This is the first wig I ever wore in drag, which was Emily's originally, that she gifted to me. But this, as you can see, isn't a lace front, so it would need a lot of bobby pins to stay on. Before I actually started doing drag, me and Emily were on a night out and I kind of started like walking and talking in a persona, like a mean girl. I kind of like created or characterized my drag character before I actually physically did drag, if that makes sense. So it was actually easier to do the makeup because I kind of already knew what was coming. And I don't think my first time in drag looked that bad. I remember vividly, I was watching an episode in season 10 and I was with my friend Emily and I was like, Emily, I just want to try it. And I made her take me to her house and she let me have makeup and she had like a cheap bobbed wig, which I still have. And she was like really encouraging as well because she's always been a fan of Drag Race. So she was like, yeah, you can borrow my makeup, I've got a wig. From the moment I did it, I just fell in love with it. Growing up was really tough because like bullying was relentless. I lived 6 years in Canada and I also lived in a small town over there, like I live in a small town now, so you have like bigoted people and small-minded people. We moved from England to Canada when I was 9 years old, so I was quite young. So I kind of remember moving there, but like for some reason, like I have really bad memory of my childhood, probably trauma, like probably just suppressed memories. When I was 9, I didn't really think much of it. I was like, this is an adventure. And because I was so young, I just adjusted to living in Canada. Like you don't wear a uniform at school, you catch a big yellow bus in the middle of nowhere, like the woods to a school. Then all of a sudden my mum was like, oh, we're moving back. And I didn't even initially know it was going to be permanent. I thought it was only for a year. We were going to head back over. I think the hardest part of that was that like, not only did I go to Canada and get bullied, I then got back to England and got bullied here as well. So after a while you kind of begin to think that like, it's me that's the problem and not the world. Like no matter where I go, I'm gonna get this. I've moved halfway across the world and I still seem to be getting the same shit. Like what's going on? I can't remember exactly when bullying began. I think I had literally had it for most of my life. Like I probably was bullied before I even moved to Canada. And then I was known as like the gay boy on YouTube who was, you know, making music videos to like Nicki Minaj and stuff. With YouTube video making and music video making, that essentially was already doing drag. To make music videos and have myself lip syncing to female songs, that is basically just drag without the makeup and outfits. So obviously it got around at school. It's really weird because like it generally didn't bother me growing up. It wasn't until I got into like my teenage years because like I didn't know what being gay was. They were shouting that word at me, but it didn't mean anything to me. So it wasn't until I got older when like, you know, your hormones start kicking in and you realise that you look at men a certain way. It took me a long time to accept it, I think, because growing up, being told this part of you is wrong and something to be ashamed of, it's hard to then come out because you think so poorly of yourself and that it's something that you've got to hide. When I went to college, I met people that were more like-minded and got my sense of humour, and, you know, I felt more comfortable. The only trouble with that though is that although the bullying stopped, I then had to unwrap all those years of bullying, because suddenly I felt comfortable in my own skin and felt understood, but I didn't know who I was anymore. I still to this day struggle with mental health because, you know, it's years of technically trauma. As much as it's caused me so much pain, I don't think I would change it, because then I wouldn't have the story I have to tell. And it probably wouldn't have made me the creative person that I am. And I probably wouldn't have found drag.